At the beginning of the movie, we discovered that he's been fired from British intelligence 5 years previously. And he's gone to Tibet to find himself, spiritually and physically, in order to put him in a good frame of mind should he ever be called back. And amazingly, he is called back by British intelligence because there is a contact that British intelligence needs to speak to who will only speak to Johnny English.
Indeed.
So he comes back and off he goes on the adventure of trying to prevent a plot to kill the Chinese Prime Minister. That's the essence of it.
Here's what you'll be taking to Hong Kong.
Ah, yes.
Satellite receiver, tracking device, Semtex chewing gum. And now, what did I just say?
We did think at one stage that our movie, the Johnny English Reborn, should be a direct parody of a Bourne movie. And then we thought, oh, I don't know, we didn't want to do a parody so much. We just wanted to do a comedy spy movie, a comedy spy thriller.
It's the sort of riff on a Bond film. So you've got the sequences that you'd expect in the Bond film, but with this kind of comic undertow, just sort of undercutting it all the time. We
wanted to sort of fill out the character of Johnny English, make him a little more three-dimensional. A little more a character that you're going to root for, that you want to succeed.
It's an amazing cast, and also you've traded in Natalie Imbruglia for Rosamund Pike.
Pike, yes, indeed.
Nice trade.
Well, it wasn't a trade. Yes, that makes it sound, very much like a cattle market. We've got Rosamund Pike this time, who certainly has a track record. She was a Bond girl.
Rowan and Pierce both wear a suit very well. They're both very good drivers. Both, hold a weapon with a certain prowess.
Hand it over, chimp.
So obviously Johnny English is a lot more silly.
It's sometimes quite difficult to know how to pitch your performance in relation to my performance, which is obviously, supposed to be basically a comic character, but their characters are not particularly comic per se, but they make a very important contribution to the comedy.
That was why the experience was so enjoyable, because Johnny English, it has all the ambition of a Bond film, and yet you've got the license to be very silly with it.
Stop it! Stop! Get after it!
Just go in and let it take you for a ride. Let it rock and roll you. It's very, very funny. It's deliciously funny.
It's a comedy, without children or animals, and which isn't rude, and which isn't too rude or lewd. It's quite action-packed, but it's definitely not rude like an awful lot of film comedy now is.
It's the killer from Hong Kong!
Murderous crone!
I've got her, you old hag! She's the killer!
She's my mother!